Welcome everybody, we are live with a small delay. Our previous live stream was a bit longer than we expected. Very intense game. Salaspils, Wild Things 2 just get in the final in Baltic Ultimate Championship, and they will play against winner of this game, either Salaspils Wild Things or Vorai A. Huge bid there in the end zone from Vorai player, but still they are not able to stop Orlovskis Jurgenson's connection. Let's see this one in replay. He read the play perfectly. He knew that there would be a pass, but still just a bit too short. And Salaspils starting with a hold. Both really strong teams facing each other. Definitely both those teams played their quarters in a way so they would deserve to play in the final. Really strong teams, but only one of them can get in the final. Dovidas with a hammer to the end zone, and Ernestas scores. First point for Team Vorai. Dennis is with the pull. Gusards now to Jurgensons. Malderis. Orlovskis. Tauranis with a low grab. And throwing a blade in the end zone to Gusards. And Gusards under pressure from Dovidas Gauba. What a play there from Martins Gusards. He's usually the one throwing assists, but this time he's scoring a point, and not just a point against Dovidas Gauba, probably the best Lithuanian ultimate player at the moment. Gauba sending it deep to Mikenas, and just a one pass point. Yeah, just a one pass. We saw that both of the players saying, what could I do? Yeah, but what could I do? Malders wasn't there on time, and Elksneet is now that wasn't his side to guard. He was not expecting that kind of throw. Jurgensons to Orlovskis. Jurgensons. Gusards now. Jurgensons. Again Orlovskis. Malderis. Jurgensons now to Taurens. Gusards. Malderis. Jurgensons. Hammer to Orlovskis, and mistake from Orlovskis. Very uncharacteristic from him. And that's an opportunity for Vorai. Dovidas Gauba. Stalkant rising. Finds his brother Modestas. Emilis now. And Very, very tricky one. Can we get a replay on this? It looks like he didn't fix it in bounds at the first. I'm not 100% sure. It's very close call. Because he didn't fix the disc at the first, and his step might be down on the floor when he fixed it. So players saying, okay, they're not 100% sure it was out of bounds, so they left it as it is. McKenna's now. Dovidas. Last second the dump. Emilis now. Denisas. Big scuba. And Modestas. Coming in on 0. Looks like there was a stoppage because Dovidas called it as a goal, so he stopped the play. And now Modestas to Dovidas for the break, and Vorai taking a lead. Those are the two, let's say, better half of their clubs. As we know, both Salaspils and Vorai are playing with the two teams. And this Vorai A team were better than Vorai 1 in the Lithuanian championship, and Salaspils Wild Things were better than Salaspils Wild Things 2 in Latvian championship. Orlovskis to Saulīte for the point. Very fast offense from Salaspils. And we are tied at 3 points. Still, Vorai have advantage. They are 1 break up. Orlovskis about to pull, and here it comes. Really good one. Ernestas to Dovidas. Modestas back to Ernestas. Dovidas. Sending it deep. And almost a block. Very lucky for Team Vorai. Lots of contact. Rozan stepping in, almost getting the block. But Ernestas knew that there might be some rebound, some second effort opportunities. So he just stood there at behind and waited for the opportunity, and he received it. And it's a brick. Gusars will start from the brick mark. Malderis. Taurenis now. Malderis. Orlovskis. Gusars. Orlovskis. To Taurenis. Emil is coming in through the contact, but luckily everybody is alright. No big collisions there. 4-4 is the score. Still single turnover, single break. That gives Vorai advantage. Ernestas. Dovidas now. Mikenas. Dennis is very close to the end zone. Dovidas looking for the blade to his brother. And two players stepping in to make sure they get the block. I don't know if who touched it, Elksnītis, Orlovskis or both. But it was team effort to get the disc down. Saulīte now. Big call. Some stoppage. And disc is back in. Orlovskis. Malderis. Hammer to Saulīte. And Saulīte under pressure. And Elks needs to Orlovskis for the break. Two players who made the block also are the two players who scored the point. (5-4) Salaspils got the break back. And now we are back on serve. Vorai is actually one of the teams they're playing only with the 7 players here in this tournament, and that might show at some point in the game. Modestas. Dovidas. Mikenas wide open. Nice give and go from Mikenas. Ernestas. Denisas. And Jurgensson stepping in to help. Not able to stop tall guy. Modestas. He's also a basketball player. For a long time, Dovidas Gauba were one of the Vorai main targets in the end zone. Very tall, very athletic guy, but now his brother have stepped on the ultimate stage as well, and he's even taller, even more athletic maybe, and great target in the end zone. Very reliable one. Gusars to Jurgenssons. Back to Gusars. Big hammer to Orlovskis, and Orlovskis under pressure immediately pass to Tauranis, and Tauranis scores. Huge play from Orlovskis. Big pressure and showing that Tauranis is ahead of his defender. Immediately just put a backhand into the space. 6-5. And it's almost like a tradition for us now to have the Galaxy points in the Baltic Championship. I don't remember when we had the last game without one. It's been like 5 Galaxy points in 5 games in a row. Can we get the 6th one? Dovidas to Modestas for the point. And let's see this one in replay. They are calling it as a goal. Let's just make sure. It's a goal. Players called it as a goal, but so we can see. Yes, it was in bounds. The left foot was in, and it was with the contact as well. So Even if it was out of bounds, it would be a forced out. And we have a Galaxy point. Gusars to Tauranis, wide open undercut. Gusars taking the disc back. Malders. Orlovskis close to the sideline. Inbounds. Tauranis in the last second. Faking between the legs. For the point. Tauranis with a huge fakes, taking all the attention, and we can see that no one is on Jorgenssons. He's wide open. Scoring point inbounds, 7-6, and we are going into the halftime break. And the halftime break is over. Second half right in front of us. Semi-final Baltic Indoor Ultimate Championship. Salaspils Wild Things leading 7-6 against Vorai. Very, very intense game. Very fast, very athletic plays from both of the teams. Having lots of playmakers in those squads. And now Vorai, Dovidas to his brother Modestas, and Mikenas with the layout, not able to score the point. Orlovskis now, Elksnītis, Saulīte. And Orlovskis in the end zone. Jumps in and scores the point, and that's a break. Salaspils starting second half strong. And Modestas really upset. He knew he threw a very low pass, really hard to catch, and it ended up with a turnover, and now his players scored against him. But in those situations, you have to forget, you have to keep playing. There are plenty of points coming up, and you have to show your best there. Gusars with a pull. Nice pull, but immediately Vorai getting out of the corner, and Denises with a nice scuba. Ernestas. Back to Denises. Dovidas. Modestas now. Emilis. Dovidas. To Denisas, who is just running up the line. Saulīte upset. Kick the cone away after this point. (8-7) still. Wild Things won, up by a point against Vorai A. Less than 15 minutes left to play. Gusars. Jorgenssons. Taurenis. Big play from Gusārs to Orlovskis. And what a throw was that? Incredible shot from Gusārs. Insane blade, very fast, very accurate. Just in the back of the corner. Gusārs, one of the players, when he had his day, he's unstoppable. Like, he can throw absolutely everything. You can be on his mark, but he can still throw blade over you. Right in the end zone, back corner. However, there are some days when all those throws are a bit too far, a bit too fast. But now looks like Gusārs have his aim. Vorai. Dovidas trying to answer right back with the same play. And they do. Brother to brother connection. Dovidas to Modestas. Jurgensons to Orlovskis. Jurgensons was going up the line, but looks like some small contact between the players. Modestas is a bit hurt. Nothing serious, I assume. Gusārs. Skuber to Malderis. Orlovskis. Jurgensons centers it to Gusārs. Now Orlovskis. Jurgensons. Orlovskis. Back to Jurgensons. Orlovskis once again. Taurenis. And Mulder is under pressure. 10 point for Salaspils. Still, well, things up by 2 points. They really want to get in the final. Want to have that Salaspils final for once. Salaspils playing with the two teams for a couple of seasons, but still not able to have this Salaspils final before. Always one of the teams is left out of the final. Can this be the first time when both of Salaspils teams gets in the final? Vorai hopes they won't be able. Again, contact with Modestas. And we have a fall. Salaspils a bit too aggressive on the mark. Jumps in too hard. Not able to stop in the time sometimes. Causing contact. In this case, Dovidas was even forced a bit out of bounds. Mikenas. And again, Solid coming in with the contact. And we have a foul call. Looks like Jurgensons tripped Ernestus a bit. Looks like uncontested. So this stays with Ernestas. Jurgensen was saying they were both coming from the different directions, so it wasn't like he meant to trip him or anything. It just was unlucky contact, and of course just giving the disc to Ernestas here, and Dovidas with a nice cutting against Saulīte, fakes him out in the open side, and Vorai scores. Jurgensons to Gusars. Malderis back to Jurgensons. Gusars now. Taurenis. Jurgensons. Malderis to Gusars. No look played in the end zone from Gusars to Orlovskis. Not the safest play, but he saw that there was gap between the defenders, and he just sent the disc to Orlovskis. Salaspils need just 2 more points to get in the final, but still they have to score those points. And it's not like Vorai is far away. They have the disc and they are trailing only by 2 points. And nice defense from Malderis. He read the play, he poached perfectly. And got the block. Orlovskis now. Malderis. Dumps it back to Orlovskis. Into the space. Malderis to Saulīte. Malderis. Orlovskis. No one is in the end zone. What a throw there from Orlovskis. Saulīte. Now Orlovskis stepping in the end zone. And a silly mistake from Saulīte. Just giving the disc away. Ernestas. Denisas now. Ernestas. Modestas. And just the same play on this end zone as well. And Malderis taking a timeout. Sideline was calling for a couple passes already. Guys, take a timeout. Just take a timeout. It's a very, very important point. They can break to get a 3-point lead. They don't have some of the main handlers on the field. We know Gusars and Jurgensons, the offensive line handlers. But they still have Orlovskis. And Malderis, of course, can help as well. Taurenis would be a great addition on the field at this moment, actually. He's always the very reliable cutter. He's not the star player, but he's the one who always gets his job done. Now Elksnits and Saulīte, I think, really need to step on, work as the cutters. They are both very athletic, fast players, but they are usually not the main cutters. There's always someone like a star player or Orlovskis, Malderis, who are taking the most cuts away, doing all the most important stuff. But still, now they can be the ones who actually make those plays, because Malderis and Orlovskis can't both be playing as cutters. One of them should be handler in this play. Looks like Malders will be staying as the handler. Well, obviously he has a disc right now, and Saulīte will be joining him. And Orlovskis also looks like will be out of end zone, so Elksnītis should be working really hard. And we have violation. Harijs Jurgensons was still walking around. Now the disc is in. Orlovskis gets the disc away from Malders. Malders now, Orlovskis. Malders. And Malders to Elksnītis for the point, for the break. 12-9. Salaspils, Wild Things. And we can hear a cheer for Salaspils. Their classic cheer after the break. Lielā zive, which means big fish. Salaspils need just one more point to get in the final. Vorai need 4 points in a row. Easiest part obviously is to score their own offensive point. They will start with that. We'll see if they can do that. Denises to Ernestas. Mikenas with the undercut. Getting this on the sideline. Denises immediately swings all the way. Back to Denises. Dovidas. Modestas. Big blade to the hands of Gusars. And that's a point. 10th point for team Vorai. That was the easiest part. Now Vorai need 3 breaks in a row. Salaspils need just 1 point to win the game. Salaspils starting from back of the end zone. Jurgensons looking for the options, finds Elksnītis, gets out of the trouble. Gusārs to Elksnītis. Jurgensons to Malderis. Gusārs. Hammer to Orlovskis for the win, for the final. And Salaspils Wild Things joins Salaspils Wild Things 2 in the final. And Vorai will play for the bronze against Shooting Stars. Really fun game to watch. I hope you enjoyed it. Next we have the first placement games. And we'll start with Vorai. Vorai 1 against Tartu. So we'll be back after a couple of minutes.